cake recipe to add to your perfect cake recipes file. Today it is fluffy lemon cake with lemon buttercream. This cake recipe is a spin-off from my recent Truly White vegan white cake recipe that was such a hit. So I thought I've got to try variations, and guess what? As you can see, perfection. By adding some lemon juice and zest to that white cake recipe, well, just check it out. It's so easy, and you're going to need some vegan butter that's already in my electric mixer, and I've got some coconut oil in there too. Sugar, flour, baking powder, and salt that I'm actually going to whisk up and aerate that right away. And then let me get this lemon juice and zest into my plant milk because I keep bumping into this tray and it is spilling everywhere. Now, I've created a different egg replacer for this recipe, and it is cornstarch and aquafaba. And this is where you're going to see the key to the success in the fluffiness and integrity of this cake recipe. Wait until you see it. It is not gummy, it is super fluffy, and it doesn't fall apart as soon as you stick a fork in it. It is absolute perfection. There is one caveat to the success of this recipe though, and you will see that in just a minute, but first let me get this vegan butter, coconut oil, and sugar creaming on high speed, and that's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes to get it nice and fluffy. Just be sure to stop the mixer and scrape the bottom and the sides of the bowl from time to time. And while that is creaming, I do have to say the unfortunate part about this recipe is that it really does require an electric stand mixer and one that has a balloon whip attachment, because once I add that cornstarch aquafaba mixture, as you see, this thing turns into a curdled mess. So the high power of an electric stand mixer along with the balloon attachment is what is going to emulsify it all back together. Now, I suppose I shouldn't say it's the only thing that's going to work. I know some very determined people with hand beaters that have had success with aquafaba meringues in buttercream. So I guess I'm just saying, if you want to have a really fast, easy time with this recipe, a stand mixer will be the best way to go. Okay, that said, I now switch back to the paddle attachment, and this is going to be an alternating creaming method, which simply means you are going to add 1/3 of the dry ingredients, followed by half of the liquid, another 1/3 of the dry, and then the remaining liquids, and then the last of the dry ingredients. And you'll see that I don't overmix it in between additions. It's really just until each addition is incorporated. Now give it a good whip on high speed to develop that batter, just about 10 seconds. And I mean, look at this cake batter. Is that not the silkiest, smoothest batter you've ever seen? I think I'm going to start naming these cakes velvet, because seriously, that is the texture. Lemon velvet. All right, into the greased and parchment lined cake pan it goes. I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is a 9-inch by 13-inch cake, and that's going to bake for just like about 35 minutes. And I did find that it got a little bit too browned on the edges for my liking, so I'm going to recommend that you turn the oven down to 300 degrees Fahrenheit after the first 15 minutes. Just do the toothpick test to be sure that it's done in the center. By the way, this recipe also makes beautiful round layers and cupcakes too. All right, get it cooled, and meanwhile you're going to make your favorite buttercream recipe. I am using my American style buttercream today with an addition of lemon zest and lemon juice. I have 5 recipes to choose from on my website, and as usual, all the links to everything below this video in the box. And then just go ahead and ice it up, and you have yourself the most moist, fluffiest lemon cake you will ever try. And I really do hope you will try it, so head over to Gretchen'sVeganBakery.com to grab all the recipes. But before you go, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. If you're not yet subscribed here to my channel, I hope that you will. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, so if you're into that sort of thing, hit me up over there too. I want to give a great big shout out to all my patrons on Patreon and my pals in PayPal for the continued support. Your monthly pledges are seriously what keeps this channel going. I can't thank you all enough. If you think that you can also help for as little as a cup of coffee a month, click the links below to find out how. All right, everyone, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy vegan baking. Bye for now.